So you're Jack.
What do you want with the Prime Minister?
I want him dead. Nothing personal, of course. Africa's just getting a bit too peaceful.
What?
Business ain't been the same since they shut down SOP. A clean break from the war economy. Huh. Well, some of us like that economy. How's an honest warmonger supposed to make a living?
This is your answer? Don't do it!
Don't worry now. I won't. Not while he's still useful. So long.
That's why I love it. It really is great. I can't remember any other game that actually goes to this extreme for the very beginning of the game. I can't even really name any games that do this. So as you can probably see, you get the present of the game, and no, honestly, if you watch this first mission and if you watch this first chapter and it's not for you, that's totally fine, because you know it's one of those games where it's unique, but at the same time you can kind of see how you could get really bored of it, or you could get really kind of disappointed of how where the game is going. So here which we're fighting Metal Gear, right? And Raiden, as we're playing, Raiden, depending on how you kind of pronounce him, is the guy from Metal Gear Solid 2. Now, I played Metal Gear Solid 2, it was good. I kind of don't remember the story though that well, because it was about 4 or 5 years ago since I actually played it. And I had a lot of fun with it, from what I can remember. I remember the last boss, I remember playing as Raiden. Well, you played as Raiden slash Raiden all the way through the game. And that's mainly what I can remember. There's a few things I really kind of wish they didn't put into that game. Because it was kind of a slow beginning. The first, like, maybe 30 minutes of the game were quite slow. But it was fun. And I remember the last boss, and I remember the ending being really confusing. And kind of being... I didn't know what to think when they did the ending of Metal Gear Solid 2. If it's the ending I'm thinking of, because I kind of get that ending in Metal Gear Solid 3 ending slightly mixed up. But Metal Gear Solid 3 was great. And Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably my favourite one. This comes close, but it's not. It's like a spin-off title, if you can say. So I enjoy it. God, this guy's gonna take quite a bit. It's gonna get. I think we've done what we need to do. There we go. So as you can see, this is 3-blade mode, and it's. Getting used to the controls for the first ever time is really difficult because there's so many moves and so many different combinations you can do, and it took me quite a while to get used to everything. But once I did, it's pretty. I don't know, it's fulfilling. That's one thing I can definitely agree with this game. A lot of people definitely agree. Is the ninja blade. You feel like you're definitely cutting into things. It doesn't feel like you're just. You know, you can feel it. You feel when you cut into something like Ben, as you'll see in a second, but it's actually not like more. Let me just draw one. Okay, nearly done. But like as you can see, it feels fulfilling. You feel like you're actually doing damage instead of. Yeah, oh yeah, did I mention there's a lot of quick time events in this game? There's a lot of them. Some of them just pop out of nowhere, and you're like, oh god, and if you miss it, you're kind of screwed. But sometimes they're quite simple, and I completely just love this part. a lot of people can just say, what the hell is this game, why is it completely over the top? And I could probably say that because Metal Gear Solid is really, really serious all the time, it's good to have a game in the franchise where it's not serious 24/7. And where it has quite a serious storyline. I'm not going to spoil anything because we're only like maybe 10 minutes in here. But the storyline to this game is quite serious. And things start to pick up out of nowhere, especially with this first main chapter. Like, you'll see that everything pretty much starts to go to hell really fast. And for that matter, it's great. I felt like with this game, I mentioned it at the start, it's quite a short game. Actually, there's something down there. How do I do it now? That doesn't matter. So, I know there's a collectible down there, but I've actually already got it. So, yeah. But with this game, it's pretty much... It's not the longest game in the world, and it's definitely not the shortest. On average, it took me, if I'm going to be straight honest, it maybe took me about 8 hours to complete the entire story. So it isn't the longest game in the world, but that's good because pretty much there's 8 chapters, so each chapter probably takes about 1 hour at most.
It still works.
But without spoiling anything, it's quite long. In some places, it feels like some of the chapters have gone forever. While in some other cases, the chapters are quite short. So this is the part I normally always mess up on because it's not the easiest boss fight in the world. I'm gonna probably die at this point, which isn't the best opening ever. Especially when we die. There we go. So I'm impressed with what this game has to offer, especially in this main first chapter, which you'll see in a few minutes if I can actually do this boss fight on time. I don't want to really mess this up. I'm probably gonna... I died. I don't know if playing on normal is my best option, because normal is maybe the hard difficulty. I've never ever completed this game on like the hardest difficulty ever. I would probably never try and complete the hardest difficulty, because some of these boss fights, especially on the hardest difficulty, are just insane. Like, you've got to make sure that you can dodge every single move, every single attack, and oh man, that's insane. Like, I say that word a lot, but you'll see quite a lot what I mean. God, I'm normally really bad at this part. I think this is the part I kind of struggled with. Well, the first time I ever played this game, I didn't actually struggle with it. I was actually totally fine with this part. It's really strange, really. But it's weird. I forgot what I was saying now. This is the part I'm not that bothered about. I can just do that. Yeah, I didn't know it threw another wave of them. Right, there we go. So I enjoy the Metal Gear Solid series for what it is. I've not played number 4. I can't wait till number 5 comes out. There we go. I can't wait till number 5 comes out in... It's only a few weeks it comes out, which is really... It's quite a big shock, really. I'm still... In some places I'm still a little rusty with this game. As you can see, I died in the first opening boss fight about 10 seconds ago. So, I'm not the best. Oh god. I'm trying to remember his attack. What it is. I think we're okay. I think so. The part... No, it isn't. There's a certain part in a minute, damn. Which you'll see. And... I mean, I can definitely see why some people didn't like this game. Some people didn't like this game because it's kind of ruining the Metal Gear Solid name, of the Metal Gear name. But I enjoy it. It's great, it's fun, it's over the top, and hey, that's good, because a lot of games don't go this ballsy, and a lot of games don't take this risk. And it kind of sucks because, well, you know, I can't really think of any other big name games on the top of my head do what this game does, especially in its first beginning scene, where you've got, pretty much got a massive robot mech in front of you, and everything's kicking off like it was in the very first scene. So, but oh God, I've got to remember this attacks. I pretty much took all the upgrades off, so it'll make the game kind of more fairer and stuff, so you can see what the game's actually like when you first play it for the first time. Oh no. Some of these attack patterns. So it's weird not having any upgrades. This is why this boss fight's taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Oh my god, I don't want to die at this part. I really don't so. Ah, there we go. I think we should be okay at this point. Let's take these turrets down and we should be okay. Oh. Let's just see. Right, there we go. I think we just avoid these at this point. I think so. I really don't want to do this part again. Just waiting until he goes mental. Right, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, oh god, I thought I messed it up then. There we go. I have no words for this game. It's insane, and I say that word a lot, and I'm trying to think of another decent word. Another good word to describe this game. It's over the top fun. And if you take this game seriously, then really, like, you might have to question yourself. I mean, I don't. Oh god, I forgot his part. Oh, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to playing the rest of this game. There's some parts I might have to struggle with, mainly because I had a really difficult time. The first ever time playing through this game, especially with the. There's a few bosses towards the halfway point of the game which get really difficult. The game definitely amps up its difficulty way fast. As you can see, like, I struggled on the first boss, and normally I don't really struggle with it. It's just weird having a sword with no upgrades, having a suit with no upgrades, and taking off like all the main